God, Jesus, divine God, so all through your loving guys and grace, I pray, ask and affirm that you help me to get this out in the most convenient way possible. Through your loving guys and grace. Amen, amen, I say. Hello, collective. I just want to share with you guys some confirming, just conversation that I just kind of want to speak on. As an empath, as an intuitive, as a spiritualist, whatever fucking name or title you want to put to it, I'm a multidimensional being, and I can see through things, and I can see beyond things, and I can see past the surfaces of certain things, So, for those of you that can resonate with that, y'all know exactly what I'm saying when I say that. And living in this 3D world, in this 3D reality, doing these 3D things can become quite annoying or frustrating sometimes, because as an empath, as an intuitive, as a spiritualist, I find it very difficult dealing with certain people with certain energy. And what I mean by that, those that are still asleep, those that are still unconscious, those that are still calcified as far as their true sight and true vision is concerned, spiritually and energetically. One thing that I've noticed about the spiritual ones, the true spiritual ones, is that we have to endure a lot. And a lot of this enduring that we have to do is, a lot of it stems from external energies and people and entities that have nothing to do with us. We're constantly projected on, we're constantly under judgment, and we're constantly being judged under scrutiny for things that we do, for things that we don't do, for things that they feel like we should be doing, for things that they feel like we shouldn't be doing. It's always never enough, if that makes sense. It's never enough when it comes to certain peoples and certain energies. And that's the frustrating thing about being a true spiritual one. We can sometimes find ourselves getting caught up in the need to want to explain every action and every choice and every move. Respectfully, I've come up out of this shit a long time ago, in regards to myself personally and publicly. Like, I just stopped explaining everything. I stopped explaining everything, and for whatever reason, because I feel like this: if you're willing to stalk me, if you're willing to monitor me, if you're willing to obsessively watch what I do or have other people do it, if you're willing to listen to everybody else and everything else in regards to what I did, what they claim I did, or what they claim I said, then what's the point of you even talking to me? Because you're talking to who you want to talk to. You're getting the quote unquote tea from who you feel comfortable getting the quote unquote tea from. I'm not a liar. I'm not a thief. I'm not a piece of shit type of person. I'm quite legit. I'm a quite righteous, legit stand-up individual. But when it comes to someone who already has a certain impression of you or a certain thought of you, given whatever they personally feel or given whatever they have other people projecting onto them, that's how they're going to feel. That's what they're going to act like. If the energy of suspicion or distrust or deceit is being empowered and enhanced, that's how they're going to feel towards you. Even if you're not a liar, even if you're not deceptive, even if you're not suspiciously suspicious, they're going to find a way or a reason to do that. They're going to find a reason to act like that with you. And this has been the case for me ever since I have become more of a spiritual individual. And I'm talking about years. I've seen this. I've seen liars call me a liar. I've seen thieves steal in front of my face and say that I stole it. I've seen people do all types of things around me and against me just so that they can smear me with their true character. And all I do is mind my business. All I do is stay on course with who I am. And that's the frustrating thing about being a spiritualist. We always have to endure. We always have to endure the bullshit and endure the projections, endure the lies, and endure the false narratives that people love to create about us. Oh, I seen him do this. Oh, I seen when he went over here and did that. Oh, I seen when he. Oh, I seen when she. Oh, I seen when she went over here. And then, It just be crazy, man. It just be crazy. The stuff that true spiritualists have to endure just for embodying our truth, our real raw truth. And it ain't on no disrespectful shit. It ain't on no boastful bravado, because we already know that's not the way to move no way in order to keep it stabilized. We will never we'll never be stabilized always coming with the bravado. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are low key. A lot of us keep to ourselves. A lot of us mind our business. But what's the frustrating thing about it being a true spiritualist is that that's not enough for karmic people. That's not enough for people who are so easy to judge and to dissect you, because they judge and dissect themselves every single day. Because you walk with a true pure truth about who you are, because you have a sense about yourself and you stand firm on that alone triggers people, and they don't believe that because that's not who they are. So as a result of that not being, because of a result of that truly not being who they are, that's not who they are. I know I'm probably not fucking saying that right, but y'all know what I'm saying. Because that's not who they are, they want to smear you with their energy. They want to create lies. They want to conjure up false narratives. They want to talk about things that they're jealous and envious of that you do. Oh, I seen him over there looking at his phone. Don't you think he look at his phone too much? I think he do too. Why are you so concerned about somebody else's phone? Why are you so concerned about somebody else's personal possession? And this is shit that I've experienced for years. And that's how you know it's the devil. It's not the truth, it's the devil. That's how you know it's demonic. That's how you know it's petty. That's how you know it's low vibrational. That's how you know it's karmic. Because it just be too nitpicky. People gang stalking you, people watching you, people stalking you, people trying to time your moves. It's weird. And this is stuff that true spiritualists have had to endure for years. For those of us who know, years. It just comes in different forms and at different times. When we're going through stuff or experiencing new phases of our lives, it becomes very frustrating sometimes. And I've come to a point in my life that I just don't care to explain unless it has to be addressed. I will not overly explain anything, because respectfully, I'm motherfucking grown and I don't have to explain shit to nobody for no reason. Especially if I'm not directly in violation or direct disrespect in regards to you or who you are. I'm minding my business. That's what I'm doing. You should do the same. The same people that project all this suspicious energy towards you are the exact people that you actually need to be suspicious of. Like I said earlier, the thieves are always trying to call the other ones the thieves. Meanwhile, they're walking out of the store with your shit, ma'am. You're up in my face. You're up in my face because I look like someone that could possibly steal. Meanwhile, you just let 5 motherfucking thieves out the door with baskets full of shit because they going to your house for the setup. I'm not stupid. None of us are stupid. None of us are incoherent. None of us are oblivious. We just get tired of explaining and enduring all the time. Why you always get up like that? Why you always go and do this? Why you all see, people want these explanations for no reason. Because even if I were to tell you the truth, or even if we were to tell you the truth, it still would not be enough for a karmic. It still would not be enough for a petty motherfucker, a low down motherfucker, a nosy motherfucker, an obsessed motherfucker, a weird motherfucker. It still won't be enough. It still won't be enough. Because you just don't believe that I am who the fuck I say I am. And that's exactly who the fuck I am. I don't have to pull no fucking punches. I don't gotta overly explain shit I fucking do. I don't have to go to the mountaintop and declare nothing. Every single day in the private spaces of my home, in the private spaces of my heart, in the private spaces of my life, I know how legit I am. I know what I do when you're not looking, or when you're not able to watch and stalk or observe. People fake all the time. That's why they think you're fake. People lie all the time. That's why they think you're a liar. Collective, don't ever get that misconstrued. If you are a true spiritualist, you know this for fact and for certain. Anything that anybody wants to project onto you in regards to that, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. It has everything to do with the fact that they know that you are the truth. They know that you move in a very very legitimate way. They know that you move in a very honest way, but they know that they don't. So because they don't, they have to make you look like the bad guy. They have to make you look very suspicious. They have to put you on the chopping block or on the motherfucking hot list, because it's just something about you that's just not trustworthy. Why? Because I stay quiet and mind my business. Because I'm low key and do what I'm supposed to do. Because I'm professional and respectful, or because I just don't fuck with y'all like that. What is it? Years upon years upon years, we've had to endure this type of behavior from people, and just from energies, period. Either you don't believe us, or some type of way you're gonna see us crack the code. There's no code to crack, but yours gonna get cracked soon. That's what they don't be knowing. Every time they set up for you, every time they come for you, every time they try to do the little petty unnecessary shit when it comes to you, they always get their ass handed to them later on and be mad about it. Be upset about the fact that they didn't get you the way that they wanted to get you. Why? I have nothing to prove. I've proven enough already. It's almost like, what more do you want from me? They want it all, but they don't deserve anything. So collective, I know it's difficult sometimes. I know it's frustrating sometimes. I know it's hard sometimes. I know it's overwhelming sometimes, because it just be too much sometimes. We don't want nothing from nobody. We're not trying to paint a false narrative for ourselves in regards to no one. We know the work that we put in. We know the work that we put in every single day. Whether people are able to see it or not, we know what we do. And we don't have anything to prove to anybody. That's why we walk with such a high sense of self-esteem and confidence and respect for ourselves. Because we know the trauma, the pain, the anguish, the turmoil that our own inner souls have dealt with, of which we've had to come into conflict with. We've fought ourselves. We've fought our demons, and we've come out on the other side. And you can tell from these external energies that they haven't done the same. Because there's no way you conquered your demons and I haven't. And you're older than me? Or you're younger than me? No fucking way. They just can't believe it. But believe it. They really should believe it. And put in the years of work like we did. Put in the motherfucking years of suffering like we did. Because in all actuality, awakening isn't a pretty thing. It's suffering every fucking day with your raw ass truth that you gotta fix and correct and address every single day. But somehow, collective, they want to make you the issue. Somehow what you do is just too much. What you do is causing issues. What you do is a problem. Meanwhile, you're not doing anything. There's nothing that's a problem. There's nothing that's a real issue, but they want to make you think that it is. They want to convince you that you moving how you moving is a problem, when in all actuality it's not. They want you to be overly critical of yourself, the way that they're always overcritical of themselves. You flow. They're always looking over their shoulder. Why? Because they've always been deceptive, and they've always led with deception. They've always wanted to paint a narrative, a pretty narrative for themselves when it comes to you and in regards to you. Oh, you better watch out for her. You better watch out for him. For what? They don't know you, and you don't either. They don't know you. He don't know you. She don't know you. So what do you actually have to prove, collective? It just gets frustrating though. I get it. But I recommend, when it comes to that, you really have to treat it like a grain of salt. Because those type of people are not going to appreciate you. They're just not. Those type of people are just not going to appreciate who you truly are. Because again, when a person is living in a lying state, or a deceptive state. When a person is very karmic, like I said earlier, when a person is still very much so spiritually unconscious, when a person, and they think they conscious, but they really not. It's a lot of people that think that they're so aware and they're really not aware. You know what I'm saying? When people have that calcified casing over their souls, over their third eye, there's nothing you could do to help them. There's nothing you could do to assist them, because them type of people are the type of people, those type of people are the type of people that are always going to see what they want to see when it comes to you, in regards to you. Stop trying to prove yourself. Stop trying to overly explain yourself. Stop trying to overly step or step really gingerly. Because I promise you, I'm going to tell you right now, collective, for those of you that are in that state of trying to walk on eggshells and, oh my God, I don't want to do this wrong and I don't want to trigger them. They've been triggered. They've been doing wrong. They've been deceptive. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Continue to stand in your truth and do what you've been doing, because there's nothing wrong with what you've been doing. They just want to create the idea and the perception that what you do is the issue, so that you can change, because they don't feel like your truth is legit. So they feel like if they were to put the pressure on your spirit, on your energy, or just try to project onto you in some way, that they can shift and move you. But it won't work if you real solid like that on the inside. It just won't work. It won't move you, because you know the truth. And you know, and I declare through God's love and guidance and grace and God, Jesus, and divine's guidance overall, that all falsifications, all illusions, all lies, all rumors, and all projected hatred, envy, jealousy, or competitiveness that is coming for you in any way, shape, or form is destroyed and exposed by whoever and whatever is doing so. Because you have absolutely the fuck nothing to explain, collective. You have been through years of judgment. You have been through years of ridicule. You have been through years of sacrifice in regards to yourself, your family, your friends, whatever you do, whatever you don't do, your purpose in life and regular life. People have always tried to make it seem like it's something about you that shouldn't be trusted, something about you that just ain't right. When you've gone through the fire, when you've gone through the fiery judgment of God and on the physical plane, that's why you're able to walk and talk the way that you do. But they don't get that. Why? Because they've lived their whole lives one fucking way. And that's their business. Keep moving forward, collective. Continue to endure, because I promise you, I feel very strongly, I promise you, that you are about to come across a brand new phase, a brand new path, a brand new opening, to where you're going to come around energies, be around people, provide opportunities where you don't have to feel anxious all the time around folks who want to project onto you. You don't have to feel stressed all the time by people who want to overly judge and dissect or micromanage what you do. You don't have to feel pressured to stay in one space because they don't like you moving, or they don't like when you get up, or they don't like when you sit down, or they don't like whatever it is that they don't like about you. Don't worry about that. Continue to endure and stay as balanced as you can, because I'm telling you, you're about to be around people who you won't have to explain your truth to. They're going to feel it and they're going to know it, because it's going to be mutual. And it's going to be that mutual respect of, I understand. You ain't got to explain nothing. I can see it in your face what you done been through. I can see it in your face what you've overcome. I can tell in your voice that you are legit and you are exactly who you say you are. So you don't have to explain it to me. I'm telling you, God is about to provide the most beautiful energy represented in people, places, and things and opportunities that is going to help solidify and confirm everything that you've been fighting for so many years. Isn't it crazy? The true spiritual ones have to fight so hard for their truth and fight so hard to maintain it. Why? That's how you know it's the devil, aka lower vibrational energy, aka karmic energy, aka a monitoring spirit, aka a demonic force or entity that wants to destroy you, or somehow slow you down, or somehow make you pivot before you cross that finish line. Because that's the whole point. They don't want you to cross that finish line. They don't want you to get done, because then they're left with everything that they did before you got there. Because what they don't realize is you being there in their lives, especially if they're karmic, it's only temporary. They're always given the opportunity, just like they were given the opportunity. And I ain't trying to say, God, Jesus, divine God, so I thank you for bringing this to me. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done. I'm not trying to say that you're Jesus, spiritual collective, true spiritual ones. I'm not trying to say that you're Jesus, but check this out. When Jesus was compared to the thief, as far as judgment, who they were going to sacrifice or end up hanging up on a cross, the world, aka those group of people in that time, in that moment, had an opportunity to let an innocent man go free. The only issue that they had with Jesus was that they were suspicious of him. Of what? For what reason? And I'm hearing the word merit. What merit? He's only produced good energy. He's only produced and done good things for the most part. He was a righteous leader. But what ended up happening? They ended up branding or naming Jesus as the bad guy. Confirmation. They ended up making him the bad guy and hanging him up on the cross, while they let a whole pedophile run free in the city. You get what I'm saying? The insanity of all of that. All because they didn't like the way Jesus represented and stood in his truth. And that's what you got to do, collective. Jesus, Yahshua, Yahweh, okay, Allah, Jehovah, whatever name or term you want to use that resonates and registers with your soul and your spirit. That's what we true spiritual ones have to go through and endure every single day. A thief calling you a thief is crazy. A liar calling you a liar is crazy. A deceiver calling you a deceiver is crazy. And we have to endure this. We have to know this and just still go on about our lives. Why? Because that finish line is what the devil is trying to distract us from all the time. Cross that motherfucker and break that motherfucking tape. So you can be able to look back. You will be able to look back and say, I did it, even when they didn't want me to, even when they were trying to discourage me, even when they were trying to trump up or conjure up a false narrative about my spirit, about my personality, about my kindness. That's what I'm getting. Some of y'all, your kindness is being taken for granted. Your respectfulness is being taken for granted. Your patience is being taken for granted. Your professionalism is being taken for granted. It's not being respected. It's not being appreciated. And that's the disappointing part. And sometimes I can get it. I understand it can be disheartening. And it can be very exhausting. I get it. But that's the whole point. The lower vibrational karmic energy wants to convince you that holding those qualities is not enough to convince the world, but it is. It's just not enough to convince a lying motherfucker. It'll never be enough to convince a lying motherfucker, because a lying motherfucker know that they're a lying motherfucker. A deceptive motherfucker knows that they're a deceptive motherfucker. A cheating, obsessed, envious, and jealous motherfucker knows that they're cheating, lying, obsessed, and envious and jealous. They know this about themselves. They just cannot confirm it with you. And they feel like confirming it in you would somehow validate or bring some type of validity to the sense of their karmicness. But it'll never happen. Because like I said, you done did the motherfucking work and you're still doing it. You've been doing it for years. Keep doing it. Continue to push forward, collective. Continue to strive and push through, because I'm telling you, all these naysayers, all these liars speaking on your name, all these deceivers, all these jealous people, all these envious people, all these weird people, all of these obsessed people who have certain expectations about you and what they feel like they gonna do with you or do with your life or do with your energy or how they feel like they're gonna affect you, is not going to work. You are protected by God, Jesus, divine guidance overall. In whichever way, the name or titles you want to, hey, y'all know what I'm saying when I say that. It's universal. Divine guidance is protecting you. Don't ever forget that. This is a storyline that you have to finish. This is a chapter that you have to complete. So when you break that tape and you look back, you'll say to them, look, see, I tried to tell you. I wasn't the fucked up one. I wasn't the liar. I wasn't the cheater. I wasn't the deceiver. And God, I'm going to say this. Okay, God, Jesus, divine God, so I thank you for correcting me. Jesus gets his redemption every single time you break that tape and enter into a new chapter to where you can elevate more. You're going to be met with opposition. We're always met with opposition. But as soon as the show is over and you're able to leave, they're left with themselves, and they're left with, damn, we couldn't break her. Damn, we couldn't break him. Damn, that's actually who they were. They weren't lying. They actually weren't. Maybe the world would have been a lot different if y'all hadn't killed Jesus. If y'all hadn't let the thief go free. And God knows what else. Whatever else the fuck he was. You get what I'm saying? You stoned the true soul while letting the fake one go free. This is something that is repeated throughout. This is something that's been repeated throughout time for years. This is something that has been repeated throughout families, throughout friendships, throughout all types of relationships, dynamics, for years, moment after moment, day after day. The innocent one is always put up on the chopping block. The one that does nothing, the one that don't bother nobody, always a problem for everybody. Yeah. Just keep that in mind. This is chess, not checkers. They don't want you to cross that tape. They don't want you to break that finish line. But you're going to do it. Because you know how to endure. Because you know how to maintain. And because you know exactly who the fuck you are. Because you know exactly what the fuck you've been through. And can't nobody take away your personal testimony. I don't care what they claim they don't see. I don't care what they claim they don't feel from you. It don't matter. You know who you are. God knows who you are. Jesus and divine's guidance overall, they know who you are, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Because God is going to always get his glory, and so will Jesus and divine's guidance. As long as you stay focused and endure, you're going to cross that chapter. You're going to break that tape. You're going to be done with all that bullshit. And God is going to bring around you the most beautiful energy around you. You're going to feel so comfortable and so at peace. You're going to feel so clean around these energies. You're going to feel so balanced and empowered around these energies. It's going to be beautiful. That's another part of it too. The true spiritualists, we're almost like crowded out by all these deceptive, low vibrational karmic people. We're surrounded by them. And it's hard for us to feel for our connecting friend. It's hard for us to feel for our connecting partner. It's hard for us to feel for our connected sister or brother. It's hard for us to feel for them in the physical reality because we're always battling and enduring on the physical realm and the spiritual and energetic. We always going through shit because the low vibrational karmic energy is always trying to distract us. Don't worry about that. Very, very soon, it will be your time. And that time will be only for you and just for you. Celebrate it, enjoy it, be grateful for it. Because the relationships, the friendships, the connections that you're about to make, oh my God, you are about to have some of the most beautiful connections and relationships. You probably thought, I'm getting some of y'all are even about to start. Like, some of y'all might even bust out in tears, and it may be such an awkward time to do that. But it's just like, because you've been through so much with people and with energies trying to come for you and rip you apart because you just decided to heal and be better, and they decided to say the same. To where you're now around people that you ain't even got to compete with. Every time y'all sit in a room together, there's just a fucking level up. Period. That's what's gonna happen. It's going to be a beautiful healing experience for you. Where you're around like energy and like-minded individuals that help you elevate and keep you elevated. So, with all that being said, collective, I just wanted to break that down a little bit, talk to y'all a little bit, and share that with y'all a little bit, because I know a lot of true spiritualists are enduring a lot of BS right now. But don't worry about it. It's a part of the storyline, just like what Jesus had to endure. Not exactly, but some similar. All the ridicule, all the judgment, please, it's going to be over with very soon. And very soon, you're going to see the reason why those low vibrational, evil, karmic, weird energies were really trying to keep you distracted and away from what you really deserve and what you really needed. You're worthy, collective. Don't ever let nobody or nothing convince you otherwise. You know what you do behind closed doors, and you know what you do in public, and you know what you do, period. So stay focused on that. Always remember that and never forget that. Thanks for watching and listening. Rather, peace.